welcome back to this, guys. This is the my problems with Buddhism part, whatever we're on. Okay, vegetarianism and Buddhism. So first of all, you're all going to jump, those in the know are all going to jump to a specific few arguments about should you be a vegetarian inside of Buddhism. And that's not what I want to talk about today, which vow you should give to not hurt living creatures and all this and all that. But I've put together some assumptions that may be wrong, but may be right. So killing another creature to eat it should technically give you karmic debt, negative karmic debt. Okay, if I see a cat and I knock it on the head and then eat it, karmic debt. Some people argue whether vegetarianism is allowed in Buddhism or it's not. But let's just go with hurting another animal to feed yourself is karmic debt, negative karmic debt. Assumption number one. Assumption, and they are only assumptions, assumption number two is that you cannot leave samsara, you cannot achieve nirvana without extinguishing all your karmic debt. Okay? Assumption number two, which I think is right, but please tell me if it's wrong down below. So to kill another animal will accrue karmic debt. To have karmic debt means you can't move out of samsara. You have to pay off your karmic debt. So what about the Buddha? The Buddha was brought up a prince, and we're assuming that the Buddha led an entire life of vegetarianism. He never ate meat before he was enlightened. I think that's not true. Unless somebody has got some historical documentation to correct me on that, which is what this series is about, that's wonderful. Then the prince is brought up in a palace, eating meat, eating all types of food, having a wonderful time, alcohol, sex, and it is assumed he incurs no karmic debt for all of his 30 years or whatever it is as a prince, or I forget exactly, but basically he's a prince. If that's true, you know, how is that? How does he then become enlightened and move out of samsara into nirvana if he's carrying the karmic debt of all the things he will have done as a prince? Because he wasn't, you know, unless we're saying that the Buddha was like from a baby, was like, no meat, no, or, you know, I won't do anything negative. Maybe that's true, I don't know. But you see, my point is, everybody debates whether it's okay to eat animals in Buddhism, but it must be okay because the Buddha did it in his lifetime before he was enlightened. Unless in that palace for some reason they never ate meat, and in his time he never went hunting, which I'm sure he did. Young princes probably go hunting. Young princes, he had a wife, he had children, which means the descendant of Buddha is around somewhere. Maybe it's me. Do you know what I mean? But that wouldn't matter anyway, because it doesn't matter if you're the descendant of... It would matter if you're the descendant of Christ, because technically you have the blood of God. But it wouldn't matter if you're a descendant of the Buddha, because it's nothing to do with his supernatural power. It's something we all can do. But my point being is that technically the Buddha will have acted as a prince and surely at some point incurred some karmic debt and didn't have to pay it off before he's enlightened and go, which means you don't technically have to pay off all your karmic debt. It can be wiped clean by just realization. What do you think?